Hello, I'm Tony with Golf Slingshot, and in this video we're going to talk about how it's played. When you first receive your slingshot, the first thing we want to encourage you to do is to remove and pocket the 50-gram stainless end cap, and do the same with both of the internal weights. In the ultralight setting, slingshot is much more sensitive because you can swing it faster because it's so light, and as a result of that, it's easier to load and to fire the pins so that you get a sense for how it feels when you play it. Now you may find, based upon your present skill level, that you're not able to fire slingshot on time when it's weighted, and that's okay. If you can get it to fire in the ultralight position, stay in ultralight. And that gives you a good baseline so that as your speed increases, as your mechanics improve, you'll be able to graduate up and eventually get it to release in all 4 of the weight settings, depending upon what you're working on in that particular day. Now, when you first get your slingshot, you've got it into ultralight, you want to go ahead and just step into your natural swing position. And here, the very first move that you want to make with your slingshot is to load it. Now listen for the pins and the large bearing to hit their magnetic seat. So that's your load position. You've set both the firing pin and that larger alloy bearing on their magnetic seat. They'll stay in that position until you fire them. Now you return back to hover, and then on your way back, if you've got some good momentum in your backswing, you'll hear that first pop on your way back. So that's an indication that you're starting to develop and get that good momentum going back. Now, once you get into this position and you've heard that first pin fire, continue up to the top. But if you have a tendency, like many of us do, to cast the club, you're going to hear that firing pin release early. It's designed to release when you release the club. So naturally, if you have a tendency to release the club at the top of your backswing, well, you're going to hear that pop. That gives you that feedback you need to learn to hold that lag deeper into your downswing. And the idea behind it in that position is to enable us to get flat with our swing, to squat into a powerful position here so that in transition we can fire that pin right into the ground where the ball is at. And that's the indication of that sound right at the bottom of our swing, that we are holding that lag and we're releasing the club on time. And as mentioned before, there's no replacement for good golf instruction from a pro. But the idea behind Slingshot is to make that instruction more relatable to you so that as you're working on your swing between coaching sessions, you know what you need to hear. You know what you need to feel. You know what you need to see to develop the ability to use that slingshot method, to develop that effortless power so that you can learn to swing not just harder, but so that you can learn to swing smarter. We hope that you enjoy your sound of speed.